personality type, and if you can guess it, I will give you a cookie. If you cheated, I will also know, and you get no cookie. The votes are in. For all of you who guessed correctly, I gave you a cookie. And if you guessed any letter correctly, I gave you a fortune cookie. And if you guessed everything wrong, that would be ENTP, and you got nothing. Be a heart for your effort. Let's explain the difference between these personality types that people were guessing in this regard. Because 90% of you did guess it correctly. And congratulations. You got yourself a cookie. Some of you even got multiple cookies because of your detailed explanations as to why and how you recognize each personality type, specifically this one. The answer is ISFJ. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, what the heck? I'm INFJ. Why is it not me? You might be thinking that anything that was not there that didn't describe you would be offensive because you felt that you were that way. Now, remember, the most mistyped personality type is the INFJ. For those of you who probably thought that you were the one talked about, those details seem to match you, you might not actually be an INFJ. There you go. One of the best things I love about this channel is helping people be not mistyped. I helped a lot of people like privately and publicly, and some people are like, oh, I'm this now. I took the test again, or they talked to some guru, or they figured out that they resonate with a different type than they originally thought. All of you said introvert, so excellent job on that. The clue was being in the middle of chaos, very, very comfortable alone. Now that is not something that INFJs can handle. Remember, INFJs need to go and take space. They need to be away from the people they are so desperately wanting to help because they get overwhelmed by that. The ISFJ is the opposite in that regard. That's where the S versus the N comes in. They are not in their head like that. Chaos itself, the NE, extroverted intuition part of it, is what I refer to as chaos, okay? Without drowning ourselves in the details of what it actually is. Something that brings the ISFJ pleasure. They can only handle so much of it, since they're also introverted. So yes, they will need to go reset. Because of that structure and routine, also a J factor, INFJs and ISFJs also have that. If you guessed a P personality type, that's a no-go, because P personality types legitimately do not need a routine to function. In fact, they kind of get excited when there's more of spontaneity happening outside of predictability, which negates the idea that J personality types don't like spontaneity. They do like spontaneity if it's within their predictability. In the case of this example, if you're a cashier and somebody sticks a freaking cricket thing, literally it's called freaking cricket. I'm gonna put it on my thing here. Can we put that on the shop actually? Because an ISFJ pranked me with that freaking thing. Literally called freaking cricket. It goes off random times and random sounds of a cricket. And what?
He was annoying me.
Yes,
I had to do it.
Yes, I was. But in recording audiobooks and singing songs, it's not good to have that in your vocal booth. Anyway, great prank. That's where the INFJs, the healthy kind, can do that. Most obvious giveaway for somebody who has a coin flip personality of healthy versus not healthy is the fifth function. So INFJs don't always like complete shenanigans and chaos. They that's the 50-50 chance. ISFJs all seem to like that because that's what gives them the most pleasure, because that's NE, inferior aspirational, the fourth function, not the fifth. A lot of you mentioned the TI information regarding the coupons and having that readily information and then willing to give the coupons, especially if they didn't have the coupons. I didn't mention that. That is FE parent. And so a couple of you got that. And that feeling like, this, oh, here you go. Here's some help I can offer you. FE parent, TI child. Both INFJ and ISFJ have that. Both J personality types and introverts. So I can see why some of you might think that they're similar enough to be this person. Some of the other details that threw it off. They're highly aware of what is around them. INFJs are not. This is the very definition of the intuitive nature. Sensors are very sensory. On videos where I tested your intuition versus sensing before, I'd quickly show a scene and say, what do you notice? And I'd be like, did you notice this in the room? Did you know there's a tissue box right there? And it's one of those cylindrical ones. After you point something out like that, an intuitive would be like, oh, interesting. That actually, okay, now you're noticing it, see? The sensor is like, yeah, I saw that the whole time, right? So it's very different. We're not looking at why it's cylindrical to fit in a cup holder, for example. Sensor would have to think about it versus an intuitive probably already went in their mind down a whole rabbit hole on why these tissues are in a cylindrical thing. There's no why. That's not a sensory thing. There's no why. A cashier and being able to see, grab the items, boom, 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 boom. Here's a coupon. Thank you so much. Get it and get it out. It's a sensory thing, which is why stereotypically sensors move faster because the physical form is where we exist. Intuitives are moving with a purpose. That kind of creates a stereotypically slower nature to the physical movements. So there you have it. I think that goes over those fine details to which I gave you clues on. Congratulations to you who won. Got your cookies. Multiple for some of you. Now let's keep doing this. This is pretty fun. I'm excited. Yes, I will always give you extra cookies if you give me a detailed explanation as to why. It helps me make better videos in the future to know which details I think you're going to try to get, so that I can sneak up on you. Ha ha ha. I'm also a sensor. Of course, happy Valentine's Day. Shout out to all the ISFJs out there. Mwah.